Hi everybody and welcome again to another yoga session on Shubhrotham and Virginia. In today's session I'm going to show you some yoga asanas to relieve your legs of tiredness. In the previous sessions we've practiced yoga to develop the lower body, to strengthen the spinal muscles, to get you general flexibility and develop a lot of stamina as well. It's the most basic essential thing that you need to know before progressing onto the higher stages of any yoga program. As a yoga teacher, I would like to tell you also that without the fundamental basics of standing postures, you will either lack the required flexibility to practice the other more important postures, even breathing practices. So it's very important that you practice the standing asanas well. Obviously, I've read some of the comments and there have been some comments where you complain about tiredness and stiffness. This is absolutely normal. I'm going to show you some asanas which is going to get rid of that. It's important to not push yourself, as I previously mentioned in the yoga asanas video on series 1 and in series 2. I explicitly mentioned that don't push yourself, don't do it more than 2 to 3 times in a week. And if you feel tiredness, lie down in Shavasana, and I showed you how to do Shavasana in the first video on the standing asana series. And in this series I'm going to continue, and bear in mind that there is also the 7-step vortex program, which is definitely going to help you get that energy back and relieve your body of any tiredness. So you can also check that out as well, in addition to the fact that it balances out your chakras and is a program to enhance the functioning of your chakras. Now let's begin with the yoga asanas to relieve your legs of any tiredness and bring your body back into shape again. Alright, so let's just begin. Stand straight. As in Tadasana, heels joined and toes joined together, hands on your hips, abs tight. Raise your arms out to the sides as you can see. Tighten your thighs, bring your arms up above your heads, make sure that biceps are touching the ears or almost there. Bring them down. You always have to make adjustments in this posture because it's all about alignment. The important part is to be on the central axis of your center of gravity. Very important. Bend your knees. We're now going to practice Garudasana. You take your right leg out, bend the left leg, and bring it over your left leg and twist it. Let's do that again. Right leg, bring it over the left leg and twist it around. Hands out to the sides and balance. Now this is going to relieve any stress off your hip joints, alright? And it's going to develop your ankle muscles. And now you take your left hand and bring it above your right hand and twist it. Let me show you that again. Right leg over the left leg, hands out to the sides. You take your left hand out, bring it over the right and twist. It's your right leg over the left and your left hand over the right. Right arm over the left and twist. So this is going to relieve any stress off your hip joints, alright? It's going to develop your ankle muscles. And it's going to relieve any minor hip pains. Stand straight. Always adjust yourself in Tadasana. Let's do that on the other side. So it's going to be the left leg over the right leg. Twist it. Twist it well. Hands out to the side. You take your right hand, you bring it over the left and twist. This is very good for your ankles, any minor sprains in your ankles, okay? It takes care of it. And obviously if your legs are stiff, if your hip joints are stiff, it takes care of that problem as well. It's difficult to balance in this posture, so be mindful. Out to the side, always be in alignment. This is called Ardha Baddha padmasana. Ardha means half, Baddha means to bind. Okay, so you take your right leg, bind it, which means to bend. Bring it over your left leg. Take your right hand and bring it back. Hold your right leg. Bring the left hand forward, the hand up. It's going to be a circular movement, so you bring the arm that is out, bring it out, let it get stretched, then you bring it forward. You take it upward. Make sure that the leg is gripped tightly. Down. Okay, so this is Virasana. Very good for creating suppleness in your knee joints and your ankle joints. Alright? So, in this asana, there are two variations. You do it with your knees joined or with your knees spread apart a bit. You do it with your knees spread apart a bit because that relieves any stress in your hips. It's very good for beginners. It's important that you raise your arms above and to the sides so you stretch those ribs out. Okay? Bring them back together once your knees become flexible. So you spread them apart to create flexibility in the hip joints, and now you bring them together. Do the same thing again, hands out to the side, above. Get that stretch in the ribs so that all the air can go in, and then bend forward. Okay, this is going to relieve any stress off of your lower back. It's going to stretch the muscles at the back, your butt muscles basically, and then increase the stretch by pressing your lower back into your hips. Once you've stayed there long enough, come out of it and back into Virasana. Alright, so now we perform it again. Hands above your head, stretch those ribs, bend from the pelvis. Go down, get a good stretch, make sure the back part of your ribs are stretched. Get that full stretch in the ankles. Hands absolutely straight. And out of it again. Stay in Virasana a bit. Lie down flat on your stomach. Make sure that your heels are joined. Grab one of your ankles, as you can see. Grab the other. Get a bit of a nice hold, a nice grip, and then move towards the inner part of your ankles, as you can see. Then press your feet down. Press them towards the ground. It looks difficult, but I can tell you it actually is not. Stay in that position for a while. And go in for a full stretch. Raise your upper body upwards. This is going to stretch the front part of your thighs completely, so any stiffness is going to get relieved over there. And now we go into a minor variation of Bhujangasana, which is the cobra posture. And this is very good for stretching the front part of your pubic muscles, which really gets worked out during the standing asanas. And now we will move into what's called Baddha konasana. This is Dandasana, by the way. This is the staff posture. Okay, so you sit with your legs joined together. Make sure your back is straight, hands by the sides. Look straight ahead. We now move into Baddha konasana. So you join your heels together, as you can see, hands behind to get that leverage, and push your chest forward, out and open. It's important to make sure that you try as much as possible to get the knees at the outer part of your calf to press onto the ground. And breathe normally. This is very good to open your abductor muscles, which really get strained during the standing asanas. Okay, and once you do that, come out and just relax for a while. And now move down into Shavasana, because this is the end of the session. It is mandatory to complete all yoga sessions with the Shavasana, okay? It's important to give your body rest. After Shavasana, we now move into Siddhasana, which is a meditative posture. This posture is very good for your knees. It's very, very good for relieving any stiffness in the sacroiliac region. And now we move into the staff posture, which stretches the back of your legs. In the standing asanas, your glutes are worked out a lot, so this gives relief to that region, including your waist. It's a meditative posture, and since you've done the yoga asanas, you can actually meditate as well in this position. Spine straight. And now back out into Dandasana, the staff pose. As you can see, I make adjustments ever so often, making sure that the right and the left part of my body are aligned down the center of my body. Important. And now I just reverse the feet positions. I do the opposite. Okay, because we want symmetry. We want both sides to get exercised, alright? There we go. Staff posture again. This posture in itself stretches the back parts of your leg, the hamstrings. And this is the end of our yoga session. Okay, so that's it from this yoga session. Remember, drink a little bit of water before the session. Don't push yourself in series 1, 2, and 3. Do it just 2 to 3 times in a week. These yoga asanas should be practiced with even breathing. Don't hold your breath, alright? And I guarantee you that if you do these asanas for at least maybe even 2 to 4 times in a week, it's going to relieve you of much of the strain that you experienced in series 1, 2, and 3. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do hit the subscribe button, and for more videos, give a like to this channel. Goodbye.